On today's video, we'll talk about Feisal Salum's latest and price tag. We will talk about Maxi Nzengeli. It's actually getting serious. We will talk about Fiston Maele and him willing to take a salary cut. We will also talk about Mihlali Mayambele and what this picture means. And we'll also talk about Yaya Sitole moving to Kaizer Chiefs. Hello and welcome to Khosi Nation Fan TV. I am Pilo, I am your host, and this is where fans meet and talk about Kaizer Chiefs. Khosi Football Club. So let's jump into the very first story because Feisal Salum's price tag is 9 million rands and Simba want to sign him, but he does not want to go to Simba, which means Chiefs are the ones who are there to take him. But Abu Playable, they are reporting that the two teams that were competing for him were Simba and Kaizer Chiefs, and the price tag is 9 million rands. And I said, if Kaizer Chiefs, if they fail to pay 9 million rands for a player of his quality, for a player, because forget what you saw in that game, in the what was it, that friendly that Bafana played with Tanzania, because it still looked decent, it just didn't look dangerous. Now people want to judge him based on that. Me, I'm looking at his numbers from the previous 2 seasons. Consistently delivering goals, consistently assisting as well. Are you going to tell me that a team that struggled to score so many goals will now let go of a player like him? It will really be crazy business, because this whole thing of saying, oh, we're working hard day and night, and we are not actually signing players even though it's halfway through June, this makes no sense to me. Because yes, I know that if a player technically has not, what's the word, his contract has not come to an end, he cannot sign, he cannot go to the team. But that's if he is a free agent. But here we're talking about someone that will be buying. So that means we buy him, he becomes our player. So there's no need to wait for the end of the month. This thing of waiting for the end of the month and announcing all the players at once, for me, it actually works. It has the opposite effect that Kaizer Chiefs think it has, because what they want to do is they want to release the kit and then announce the new players with the kit. But we really don't care about them, how they look in the new. All we want is to see that they're actually working hard and they need to start signing these players, because if they sign them now, it kind of restores confidence with us, because now we know that, okay, the team is actually doing something. People are even talking about we can even donate if Chiefs don't have money, but we should expect this move to be done. Although I did see Uti, even I think it was Innocent Mkize was saying that Simba offering double what Kaizer Chiefs offered him, in terms of offered Simba rather, in terms of the money. So I don't know, we'll see. But the guy wants to come to Chiefs, we also know that. Now, Maxi Nzengeli, yesterday when I talked about him, I just said that he's expected to part ways with Simba, with Young Africans rather. But then I completely downplayed him coming to Kaizer Chiefs, because I was like, okay, the article said that he's the second backup option in case they don't get the other strikers, because this guy is not a striker, he's a winger and he can play as an attacking midfielder as well. But now what we're seeing, the reports from today and from yesterday, they are suggesting that actually this move is much more closer to happening than I initially thought. But it makes sense, because Chiefs is trying to get wingers. And I think that what Chiefs are trying to do right now, since clearly it's difficult for them to get a striker, because we're going to talk about Maele in a second, if they're not getting the main strikers that they want, then they want wingers who are going to come in and score goals. What do I know about this guy? Absolutely nothing. Because with the Tanzanian league, the information also online is very limited. So it's me looking at him and looking at his stats and saying current season. All I see here is that in the Champions League, this is all time. If I just go 24-25 season, what I see is that this season he played 6 games in the Champions League and there's nothing, right? All I see for club is that 17 games, 2 goals. That's it. So I really don't know what he profiles as and what they see that makes them think we're going to sign him. But if Nabi is approving, then I'm not going to complain. But this brings us to Fiston Maele. So we talked about how Fiston Maele, as a striker, the main target, who's wanted by Nabi, by the way, according to these reports, at all costs, right? This is what Undaki Chima says, this Burundian journalist. He's saying that Maele is willing to take a salary cut. Now, obviously, if Kaizer Chiefs were offering him, as we talked about earlier on in the week, that Chiefs wanted to offer him 1.5 million rands, and then Pyramids want to offer him 2.2 million rands. So in a way, he would be taking a salary cut of 700,000, which is still a lot of money to let go of. But I guess some people just prefer to play in front of fans, I guess, and to experience maybe South Africa, because maybe he's not enjoying being in Egypt, so maybe giving up 700,000 is worth it for him. I don't know, because people have different reasons why they would choose football or choose where they prefer to be than money. But then again, think about it. If you come to South Africa and you enjoy the lifestyle of South Africa, that 1.5 million is still a lot of money that very few people get per month. So I guess it will make sense for him. Which brings us to him, Mihlali Mayambela. So Mihlali Mayambela, we've talked about him and him being keen on coming back from Cyprus and playing for Kaizer Chiefs. So Sinatemba Makongo, who works for Diski Times, if I'm not mistaken, posted that breaking news: Kaizer Chiefs, Bafana and Aris Lamasol winger Mihlali Mayambela might be on his way back to the PSL and is keen to coming back to Kaizer Chiefs. And Umak Mayambela responded with this, with a smile. I don't even know if that's a smile, but it's someone laughing in a nice way, not in a ridiculous and saying, oh, that's not happening. But this is a response. He posted his brother. He's his brother, right? Or son. It's brother. I think it's brother. So he responded with Mihlali Mayambela wearing a development thing of Kaizer Chiefs. I didn't even know that Mihlali Mayambela was at Kaizer Chiefs development, or maybe just borrowed the kit, but it doesn't matter, or this jacket, raincoat. So he responded with this picture to that thing. And as a person who is in football and is a family to Mihlali Mayambela, I'm thinking maybe he knows. Of course, he knows more. He knows. He's talked to him and he knows whether the guy wants to come back to South Africa or not. Otherwise, he would have kept quiet or would have laughed and said these are lies. But the way that he's laughing, it's like he's saying hint, hint, nudge, nudge, he might be coming. So I would be open to that, because you are getting a winger, a quality winger at that, Bafana International at that, who will not take a foreign spot, right? So I'm in it. Bring him. Which then brings us to him, Spepelo Stole. Spepelo Stole, 26, on his final year there in Portugal. He's also keen on coming back to South Africa. Now, why are we talking about him today? Because someone made me aware of this. Let me give credit where credit is due. Someone made me aware of Uspepelo Stole. Yeah, is it Ndomiso? Yeah, I was talking to Undomiso, if I'm not mistaken. Can't even find him now. But on Instagram, yeah. So we're talking about the fact that he posted a status of himself being in Sentin Hotel. And why is that even significant? Well, it's significant for two things. He's from Devon, so if he's back home, he's supposed to be in Devon. It's literally Devon International Airport in Devon, right? King Shaka International Airport. So would have landed there, or would have transferred from Joburg to Devon. Would have slept at the airport, there at the airport, and went that side. But he's here in Sentin. What is he doing here? Number two, holidays abroad. Right now it's winter. Who would come back to holiday if he was on holiday and being Joburg? Makes no sense. So for me, it's those hint, nudge things that are being given by these players. I am not, it's happening. I'm not saying it's happening, but what I am saying is it could also be come and get me, right? Because like we've seen even with Abu Faisal Salum, the way they are talking about the Chiefs, it's clear that they want to play for Chiefs. Chiefs, people can say whatever they want. The team still has draw because they are just big. Football players like playing in front of players, being superstars in front of fans rather. So yeah, what do you think, guys? By the way, please subscribe to the channel. I realized yesterday I didn't ask people to subscribe, so please subscribe to the channel and let me know what you think about everyone that I talked about. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, remember, equals al pelumo.